Welcome back to another Wuthering Waves video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the ecosystem, how it works. We're going to be breaking it down for you guys so you could understand what these echoes really do, how you should use them, and are they an actual priority in the game. So in this video, we're just going to be going over what each thing does, how to unlock certain things when it comes to an echo, and your terminal system, which is your gourd that you carry and you absorb echoes. I'm going to be explaining in full detail how these things work. Let's go over it really quick. So basically, you could summon an echo at any time like this, right? I summon Squama, which is a boss in Wuthering Waves, right? Now, I have that one attached. Now, I want you guys to keep in mind that when it comes to the echo system, we have our echo slots here. We have the stats down here. We have the Sonata effect. So in short, the echo that's on the left side here, that is your main echo, and that's the echo that you can summon onto the battlefield. And the ones on the right are the ones that you can put as like substats. So you unlock your substats at level 5, and I'll be showing you how it looks when you unlock them. And you basically have the substats from here. Now, this is all RNG. The main stats are RNG and the substats are all RNG. So when you fodder it or when you start like leveling these things, there's no guaranteed. It's all just random stats, just to keep that in mind. Now, the Sonata effect in short is basically when you mix a certain group of echoes together, it gives you an extra stat to buff your character. So for instance, there's a Storm Overture after using Resonance skill increases electro damage by 25%, which is perfect for Yinlin because she's a Conducto character, which is kind of funny that they used electro damage bonus instead of Conducto damage bonus. They should probably fix that. Now, there is a list of a bunch of stuff which I'm not gonna go over because it's way too many. It really is. I'm gonna save this for a future video when the global release comes out, because I feel like all these are there's gonna be some fine tuning in these. So just to let you know that a lot of these echoes can be used for any type of concerto element, and specifically it could be Spectra, Fusion, Conducto, Arrow, Glacio, and you can use these echoes to your advantage. Now, I want to go over the echo list stuff here. I want you guys to keep in mind that when you put an echo on the left here, this is your main echo that you use. You could summon them and it's gonna unlock the main stat. It does not unlock your consonant stats, right? So you could have these substats, but they do not unlock here. They only unlock on the right side of the main echo. So when you level these, you can unlock it at 5, right? You get 2, and then when you max it, you get 2 more. So you get 4 substats in total. Now, the consonant, it's only for the substats on your right side. So let me show you an example of how this works. Right now, we have this echo is at level 1 out of 15. We're gonna max it just for this video. So right now you see crit damage. Crit damage is good, but you can't use it because we already have crit rate on this main stat one, right? But let's unlock this and see what we can get. So we're gonna upgrade it. I wanna show you guys at level 5 first how this works. Okay, we're gonna unlock it to 5, right? We're gonna upgrade it and it should give us 2 main stats. We basically got flat attack and HP percentage. Could be better, but it's all RNG. That's part of the gacha. So hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. All right, so let's max it and see what we can get. And there we go. Not the best, but when you level it or max it, you basically get some rewards back. The rewards are very little, just to keep in mind. So use those very wisely when you're leveling up a character. When you look at the main echo, you're gonna see that this is in white. That means that it is actually being used on your character. You actually have crit rate on your character. Now the consonant's a little transparent, it's grayed out because it's not unlocked. But when we go to the echo that we just leveled, you're gonna see that the constant's gonna have a check mark and it's gonna indicate that you have all these substats unlocked and applied to your character. And that's basically kind of like how this system works. It was a little confusing at first. I feel like they can fix this part because it is a little messy. It's pretty messy and it's hard to figure out on your own. Oh, and also one more thing. Obviously, gold is the rarest one, right? Gold is like the rarest, highest tier echo you can catch. Purple is the second, and then blue is third, and then green, I believe, is the fourth one. So it goes from green, blue, purple to gold as being the rarest one. Gold is obviously what you want because you can get the most out of your stats. Like for instance, this one right here, I have 80% crit damage guaranteed from just leveling this echo. So these echoes become very, very valuable, and they can definitely help build your character a lot more, giving you the ability to do a lot more damage and crits as you go. We're gonna move on to the actual terminal system, which is the gourd that catches the echoes. I'm gonna explain in detail how this works and how important this is for potentially end game stuff. You know, if you're starting out, you definitely want to do this first when you first start playing the game. Now, the next thing I really want to go over here is the actual resonance terminal, which is your, AKA everyone's calling it Pokeball or gourd, right? So we're gonna go in here really quick so I can explain to you guys what's going on here. Now, resonance terminal, when you first start playing the game, this thing is so crucial. It is very, very, very important. If you're open world exploring and you find echoes, do not ignore them. Fight them right away so you can level up this resonance terminal, because the earlier you level it up, the easier it is to echo farm towards the end. So make sure that whenever you have a chance and you're open world exploring the game for the first time and you see echoes, just fight them and just try to capture them and try to get lucky on that, because it's gonna help you a lot in the long run. I promise you, because I haven't even maxed this. I finally got to level 5, which is, I'm guaranteed purple, but I have a higher chance at getting gold. So let's just go over this really quick. So what happens is when you start leveling up your terminal, you get percentage drop rates right here. It says absorb availability chance. You have standard, elite, overlord, and calamity. Now, these percentages go up as you level it, and it basically, the faster you level it, the easier it is to echo farm. What happens here is we have standard, which is like the smallest echoes. Elite is a little bit bigger. They're like kind of like to medium to like mini big bosses. Overlord is like crownless. Those bosses are considered overlord class. And calamity class, which is the only one boss that we have right now in beta, is the big turtle, the famous turtle that everyone's been talking about, right? That turtle is a calamity boss. The ones that are hardest to farm are Calamity and Overlord. They are the hardest ones to farm because they are bosses with a lot of HP, and as you level up your characters and level up in world rank, they get harder to level because they take a long time to farm. So just to keep in mind, leveling this up is extremely important. I highly advise it, especially when you start farming ASAP. The way you level this up is literally by farming. So you basically have to farm for echoes and try to farm as many as you can. Basically, what you do is when you start farming for echoes, the whole goal of this is to complete this list. And the way you complete it is by leveling it to the 5th, 10th, 15th, and 20th upgrade, right? And when you level it all the way, that means that that list of that echo specifically is completely done. And your goal is to fill this whole thing up, so when you actually echo farm in endgame, it's a little bit easier and you have higher chances farming the higher tier bosses, right? So for instance, this one right here, we actually leveled up to, I believe, 15. And the only way to get 20 is by farming the gold echoes, right? So we're gonna claim, I think we only have one, right? So we're gonna claim it, and it's gonna give us some points here to level up our terminal. Now we're still level 24. So you have to make sure that you farm this. I'm gonna show you guys how to level this correctly. So basically, let's say you want your terminal to get to level 21 as fast as you possibly can. And the best way to do it is try to at least catch every single echo at least once, right? So when you catch them at level 1, what you can do is, I'm gonna show you an example. Let me see if I can find one here that's like very low leveled, right? Or maybe I don't have one. Let me see. Inferno Rider, right? So right now I have it caught. This is basically you catching it. First acquisition means that's your first time catching that echo. Now we're gonna level it to the 5th upgrade, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna get 10 points, right? And this is actually a good thing because I think this echo specifically is a blue one. So look, I actually have 2. I have the turtle, which I caught in blue, and a Inferno Rider. Now I'm gonna level both of them to level 5 at least, so I could show you guys what happens when you finish doing that. So we're gonna level them to 5. Don't max them because you don't have to yet. This is literally at the beginning where you don't have to do that right now. But as you go, you probably might want to upgrade at least to level 5, okay? Trust me on this, because at least you're gonna be able to gather more points this way so you can level up your terminal more. Don't worry about the substats. Okay, we're gonna go to the turtle now so we can level it to 5, right? Which we haven't done. We have 1 level turtle, right? We're gonna level you to 5, right? So basically what happens is we level them to 5 and their consonants are unlocked. We got crit rate. That's actually pretty good, but it's blue, so it's kind of basically useless, right? So we're gonna go back to the resonance terminal and we're gonna see there's a red dot here. Now that means that we basically filled up a slot in this specific list. So look, Inferno Rider, before we had it at 1, now we have it at 2, and we could claim it. And we get some points. We get 10 points for doing that, right? Now, I want to show you guys what happens when you attach a echo to your character. You know, you can literally summon it and you could use it in battle. I really like using Thunder Squama. He's pretty OP. And also Crownless is pretty OP as well. They do a lot of damage, but we're going to farm some echoes here to see if we can actually get lucky. Now, I believe these are considered elite class, but let's see what drops. I'm going to summon my echo and Thunder Squama is going to go insane. Watch this. Right, he does a lot of damage. He does a lot of conducto damage, a ton. Like, I'm going to summon another one. This one actually freezes the Ice Mosquito. Right, I'm going to summon him. And he freezes enemies. It's so freaking cool. I think I pretty much covered the whole echo system. At first, it was very complicated for me. I had to ask a lot of questions. I hope that this video brought you value. And when you start playing, hopefully on global release, whenever we find out when that is, be smart on how you level up your terminal system. Trust me, it will pay off. So with that being said, I really hope that this video brought you value. Please like, comment, subscribe to the video. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.